good? Welcome back. SupremeDaalmighty up in the building, you know what I mean? We got the homie Wes Nihil on the show tonight. Shout out to the sponsors, Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, Blaze 'em Up Radio, Vinyl Frontier, Smile the Ghetto Child, Usual Suspects, you know what I mean? I hope everybody's having a good week, you know what I mean, so far. I know it's Monday and shit, but you know how it go. Me personally, I just got off of work, so you know what I mean? Kind of hectic. Make sure to check out Elite Sound International. You know what I mean? We're keeping the Big Bob legacy alive. Raph Almighty, Daddy Notch, you know what I mean? We're gonna do what we can to keep it alive, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Big Bob, once again, you know what I mean? He was a good dude. For anybody that knew him, yeah. Check out goonsgear.com, creativejuicesmusic.com, you know what I'm saying? Check out the homie Smile the Ghetto Child. Check out the Vinyl Frontier YouTube page and the Facebook page and all that to get some of the dope samples that he got stashed and shit. Shout out to the homie Benny Holiday, you know what I'm saying? Dropping new material. Check out that spaceship video. Man, there's so much dope music coming out. I'm excited. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homie Skanks, the Rap Martyr. I got a whole project with him. We dropping soon. Shout out to Mars One. I got a whole project with him. You know what I'm saying? SE Static and the Dynasty Brothers. Got a lot of dope shit going on, yo. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep this hip hop shit alive, straight up. Yo, peace fam, hit that request button. Everybody tuned in and shit.
Yo, peace, bro. What's going on?
What's good, bro? What's good? Chilling, man. Tired as fuck. I know you tired.
Bro, I did like no sleep. I came straight from the job. I went straight to outside of Philly. We did a photo shoot. Shout out to Matthew Porter. And I literally just checked into the hotel. We over here in Philly.
Yo, that's crazy. See, yeah, I just got in like an hour ago with some shit on for work. Oh shit. Nice.
We out here.
What's up? No doubt. How'd the video shoot go and all that, yo?
Good, man. We did a photo shoot with another model and my homie Matthew Porter. It was actually kind of bugged out. We were inside abandoned, like these abandoned houses, and some kid pulled up. We thought it was the cops, and the dude like lost his keys, and he's like, "Bang!" We thought they were like boarding up the doors, and we're all paused like in the building, like just chilling there for a second, like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like, "Yo, this cop's got to be out right now. We got to keep going with the shoot." Meth.
That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. Yeah, no doubt. So, yo, let's hop right into it. I know you tired, I'm tired, man, but we gonna keep this shit alive and shit. So I don't know if anybody asked you this question before, but I figured I'd throw it out there. How'd you come up with your name, Wes Nihil?
Wes Nihil is like derives from West Nihilistic. There's a band from Long Island called the Nihilistics, and when I was young, I was like the band, and I shortened it like Wes Nihil, like Nihil, you know.
No doubt. Yeah, I was gonna say, because the West Nile, you know what I mean, West Nile virus and shit. I was just like, yo, there's so many different factors that probably you came up with for that name. So I figured I'd ask that and shit. You know what I mean? Word. What was I gonna ask you? You got a couple of singles and whatnot. I just checked the new one, Riding With You and shit. So
yep. With the homie Shiner, shout out to John, All I Know Is Goon, and shout out to Chrome Beats. We put out that single, about to drop the video probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Right now we're still in the editing process, but we just shot that in like Central Jersey area, and we just put it together on the fly, sort of, you know. My girl actually met Shiner at a restaurant she used to work at, and he knew who I was, and he's like, oh, I know Wes Nihil. He's like, I know who Wes Nihil is, and then she plugged us together, and I randomly ran into him at like a 7-Eleven during like COVID, and we both had like masks. He's like, Wes Nihil? I was like, yo, what's good, bro? I was like, now we're gonna talk together, you know. So we just put it together from there.
No doubt, no doubt. What was it like working with that type of beat as opposed to like the Stu Bangers and on, you know what I'm saying, all the other stuff? And it definitely had a different vibe to it.
Yeah, it's definitely like some street hip hop, you know, some Jersey shit. It's it was kind of just organically. We just went to the studio and you know, we put it together. He wrote the hook on the fly, and then I just went with it. You know, he actually has his verse and then my verse, and we do like a back and forth thing. He does the hook and whatnot.
Yeah. Y'all checking it. It had like a Dirty South kind of feel to it, or like a Cali Ride Out type feel to it and shit. So I was like,
definitely had a West Coast vibe to it. Definitely has a West Coast vibe.
oh yeah, nah, but you did your thing on that, man. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to sat there and thought about it, like, yo, how's he gonna rock to this shit? You know what I mean? Because it's definitely like a different style and shit. But as always, you came correct on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you always got bars and shit. So I appreciated it. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all check that out. Riding with You, it's on Spotify, and then yeah, check that shit out. We're gonna ask you. You also had White Girl with Danny Diablo.
Yeah, that video.
That joy was crazy.
Yeah, they banned us. They didn't ban us, but they on YouTube they put on an 18 and up because it was a little too raunchy for YouTube, and it was a little wild. But shout outs to Real Wolf. I guess I could announce it on here now. We got another joint coming out with William Cooper, Stoneface, Royal Flush, and me. I'm doing a video for that too.
Oh shit, Royal Flush, yo, that's what's up, man. Hell yeah,
It was in the
that's fucking dope.
With Real Wolf, and he's like, you know, he's like, oh, Wes Nihil is that's Danny Diablo fam. I know, I seen the White Girl video with whatnot, you know. But that was fun. That was fun to shoot. It was fun to shoot. I just recently installed a stripper at my spot. I wish I had it during the video because that's when we shot it at my spot.
So let me ask you this question based off of that song. Do you feel white girls are the craziest of the mixture?
I think it's just, you know, a narrative, you know. It just Ezak came up with the idea for it, so I just ran with it, you know. But it you know, we just shit talk and just pop shit on that track, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. I forgot to ask because it's like to make such a bold statement. It's like, all right, well then, yeah, I mean. Word. That shit was definitely crazy. I was like, damn, there's like booty all over the place. I'm like, y'all don't even know where to look and shit. You know?
It was crazy. It was a wild night. Definitely was a wild night.
Yeah, I think you mentioned something like a story or some shit last time we was on with the homie Prime Prolific or some shit. Something about like, yeah, you had to cut it short because the girls were getting too wild or some shit.
Oh yeah, we started filming later on that night. The homie Big Lito came, pulled up, a couple other homies pulled up, and it was going late. It was like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and you know, when I was walking through the lobby with all the girls, it just looked shape-shifty, like we were just shooting a music video, but it looks like I was like turning tricks out my house. I had like a pimp suit on, you know what I mean, with a fedora, some fly shoes on, and they were looking at me like, you know, the girls were walking through the lobby, with like suitcases, and they're like, yo, what the fuck's this guy doing at an apartment up there?
Yo, word. That shit's crazy. It's a dope song though. It's definitely a dope song, but yeah, like the video really, that shit was crazy, man. I didn't even know you could put some shit out like that without getting banned in like multiple countries.
They definitely put 18 and up slap on it.
That shit is crazy, man. You had the Wicked Life of Crime with Stu Bangers. That video, that shit was hot.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. Yeah, we did that.
The album.
We did the Wicked Life of Crime, Take It There, and also Fresh Like Dougie with Pace. That was the first song that we recorded with that thing, and that was the same thing, organic, man. My homie was like, yo, you should do something with Stu, and I'm like, yeah, I'm down, let's work. And then we all politicked and clicked up with my business partners, and then you know, he spoke to Pace and got Pace on the first track, and then we did a song and a video, like almost like a single, and then I said, fuck it, let's do a whole EP, you know what I mean? So I picked the whole clip of beats and put it together.
Yeah, nah, shit's definitely dope. I actually did, just to segue into that shit, since we already on the subject. So what's one of your, like, you have like a song that kind of sticks out to you off of that EP more than any others?
I like I do like Wicked Life of Crime. I like Take It There, maybe second, and second, like as far as the tracks with just me on it. You know, like the Wicked Life of Crime, you know, people like, they don't know, but the documentary from HBO, Life of Crime, that was based off of my block in Newark on South Street. So that's why I just, you know, did a little twist of Wicked Life of Crime, because I used to live in a warehouse on South Street. I still live in Newark, but I lived there for like 12, 13, something like that, quite a long time. And that was all based off the hood right there. Like a lot of crazy shit happened there. So it was just kind of, you know, all reality type shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't like no tough guy rap. It was just the reality of that area.
I feel you. I definitely Wicked Life of Crime is definitely fucking crazy, man. Like I like the flow on it. I like the whole balance of the track in general. Like it was definitely in your face and shit. Fresh Like Dougie with Pace, that shit was also a hard, strong third to me. But Take It There definitely was like the second choice, I would have to say, off of that. Like, and it's dope too because it's just you solo. So it's like it just shows you as an artist that you really can hold your own without features, without, you know what I'm saying, without gimmicks or any type of bullshit. So I just gotta throw that out there and shit.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, because you even got hard hitters like you got the brother Gore-Tex on that shit. But I had to skip to the Take It There real quick, and that shit, I don't know, man, that shit really hit me. You know what I'm saying? So, but that says something.
Shout outs to Gore-Tex too. We have the other joint on there. Lord Gore-Tex, he from Nonfiction, he's on that album too. That joint we did with him, that was organic too. Like he murdered that shit, and we were going back and forth because you know, it's hard to put an EP together off the fly and just be like, you know, sort of be like, you know, I'm gonna do this like this and that like that. I kind of do shit organically. I started planning out full albums where they have some sort of title and they have some sort of you know, meaning towards the whole project, but that was just a bunch of dope hip hop that we, you know, kind of put together.
That's something, yeah. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like that tells you something. That if I'm gonna pick that over such hard features like Pacewon and Gore-Tex, that just goes to show you, man. Like you got fucking skills. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? No offense, Pace, no offense, Gore-Tex. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was.
I appreciate. Yeah, the video is hard too. The video. Shout outs to Audio Monsters. They filmed it, and shout outs to John. All I know is Goon. We chopped it up and edited it, but you know, it was a lot of work. At the end of the day, you know, we rented out the warehouse, another warehouse in Jersey City, and just professionally put it together. You know, we had all the girls. I had it set up as if you know, I treat everybody on the sets like their family. So like, you know, I catered some food. I brought food in. I had bottles. I had like drinks for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like soft drinks, whatever everybody wanted. Because like we were in there for like a good 6-7 hours shooting.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what's up though. Yeah, I took you for that type of dude too, man. Like you seem like a good brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm pretty sure anybody that works with you will be a blessing, straight up.
Appreciate you.
But just to give it a little backpedal, like for those that didn't know, you also were part of a band. For those that didn't know that, and you were actually part of rock, and you know what I'm saying, doing your own thing. I mean, I didn't really see a huge difference because it's kind of like the way you were vibing with that.
The world's.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to ask you this, like,
punk rock, they love hip hop too. It's like, it's both like street type music, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But did you feel like there was any tough turns with it? Like you feel like it was hard to transition from the rock to the boom bap?
I was rapping before I did the hardcore shit. To be honest with you, like I was into punk rock and hardcore and hip hop when I was really young at the same time. But when I started Razor Blade Hand Grenade, I forget what year it was, but I was living in Newark, and my pops ran into one of my childhood friends that I used to go to hardcore shows and punk rock shows with, OG Greg. Shout outs to Greg Harold, and he just brought him over the house. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing here, bro? He's like, yo, your pops brought me here. He said, you're living in a warehouse, whatever, in Newark. And we were on the rooftop barbecuing, drinking beers and shit. And then I was rapping at the time. So when we first started Razor Blade, like the first demo tape, Living Life, it's very, it still is the whole, like going on to the last third album that we recorded. It's a mix up of like hip hop and hardcore blended really well, but the influence of the hip hop is definitely there. The transition kind of started, like, to be honest with you, I wanted to be able to tour more and do more shows because everybody, you know, they were getting married, having kids, and it's harder for people to travel and do music. So that all started with that. And then, you know, shout out to Danny Diablo. I put out like a demo Wes Nihil CD, just thrown together, and my homie Joe Goodthings gave it to him. He's like, yo, who's this? Who's this rapping on here? He's like, that's Wes from Razor Blade Hand Grenade. He goes, what? He's like, that's Wes. He's like, bro, he's like, this guy could do this professionally, like, cause you know he knows his shit. He knows a lot of people in the industry, and you know, he brought me on tour, the Violent Voices tour, about 8 years ago, almost like 10 years ago actually now, with Sick Jackin'. Shout out to Sick Jackin', Slain, and I had one song with Danny Diablo, and I was like his hype man. He's like, yo, can you come to Europe with me? So I had my passport, and he's like, you gotta let me know by tomorrow. So I was like, all right, I'm with it. And I just went, and it was great. We rocked the stage: Italy, Spain, Greece, Budapest, Bulgaria. There's a bunch of countries I'm missing, but it was wild, like doing shows in Greece in front of, like, you know, 6,000, 7,000 people. We did the Van Spring Classic tours on a beach in Riccione. I'm saying it wrong. In Italy, that was wild. There was a couple thousand people there, but it was like, you know, good experience. And then when I got back, I just wanted to keep grinding and keep doing shit.
That was up. That's what's up. Yeah, I thought maybe it would be like kind of difficult to go from, you know what I'm saying, that to the boom bap. But I mean, if you've been rhyming before the rock, then it's obvious it would have been an easy transition for you. So, you know what I mean, that's good. That's good to know. What I was gonna ask you. So what do you want to do, like, as far as the future projects go? Like, do you have any people in mind that you would like to feature with that you haven't yet?
Coming up, I was you know, I have a couple people in mind. Some of them I could talk about, some of them I can't, because it's like it's all in a mix right now. But I'm doing I got a whole album with Danny Diablo called Father and Son that's done. Most of the beats, shout outs to Chrome Beats. Most of the beats by Chrome. We got 11 songs, 12. I think it's 11 songs. So that's in the process of getting mixed and mastered as we speak. So that's coming out, and then right now I'm honestly focusing on putting out another, just another 5-song EP, some dope like pimp swagger, like dope, like easy listening hip hop. So I'm doing that, and we're putting that out on Force 5 Records, E-Train Records. We're gonna put that out, and then I'm gonna try to do another full length. But as far as artists, I wanna do something with Kool Keith. That's on the bucket list. There's a couple people I want to Tretch from Naughty by Nature. I don't know him personally, but that would be one song I would love to do. One person I would love to do a song with. I love Naughty by Nature since I was a little kid. And aside from that, just kind of working on the solo shit right now to keep it grinding.
No doubt. Any possibilities of another Stu Banger collab for a whole EP?
Yeah, I just spoke to Stu 2 weeks ago, something like that. I'm gonna do another either EP or full length. I'm gonna be do. We're definitely gonna put that together. That's definitely in the workings right now. I'm trying to just hammer out all these other projects I got, get them off the plate, and then jump to the next thing. You know.
No doubt. Yeah, definitely look forward to that shit. Cause like I said, yo, that Tupac shit was fucking slap you in the head shit. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely went. That definitely did very well, you know, number wise, and you know, pushed you in the tax bracket with other legendary MCs and people of that nature. And Stu's just, you know, Stu's a really good guy, man. Really nice, down to earth person. You know, like I like a lot of people that I fuck with the music shit, or people that I fuck with in real life. I don't like, you know, go out of my way to build with people that I don't build with organically, and I'm a firm believer that, you know, that should be one of the things where, you know, if you vibe with a person and you guys actually, you know, are fluent in that nature, where you could organically build with them, then just build with them, you know.
Yeah. Now I'm the same way, man. Cause even though like I'm doing the shows and shit, if I can't build with a brother, it's a waste of time. Because you know what I'm saying, you need them vibes, you need that.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because you know, yeah, because you know what I mean. Doing it online, it is kind of a little funny and shit. But if you vibe with people the right way, it's like they in the same room with you, technically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of how I vibe with people.
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean?
I'm the same way. I want, you know, like when me and Pace first clicked, you know, we just hit it off right away. It was like, you know, he's an awesome individual, you know, like a man of God. You know what I mean? He's good people. We clicked right away. You know what I mean? And that's why we did the second track together. You know. And he's also from Irvington. Staying in Irvington a lot, growing up. That's one of the places I started rapping at too, because my grandparents had a house in Irvington. I would spend the summers there, and like I'd be on the front porch, like writing raps, and all the little kids in the neighborhood be like, "Where's Wes Nihil? Where's Wes Nihil?" They come around, listen to me rap, like on the stoop and shit.
No doubt, no doubt. Do you feel like Jersey kind of gets overshadowed by New York, being that we're so close? Like we're pretty much like touching each other, like state to state type shit. But you feel like since hip hop kind of originated in New York, like do you feel like you guys kind of get shadowed, and that's why you guys have to go extra hard just to prove that you guys are just as nice or better, I should say?
I feel like the competition is only your own competition. You know, a lot of people, you know, showing people up with as far as the Jersey, New York thing. It's, you know, a lot of people vibrate together. Like a lot of people from New York that I fuck with, they fuck with Jersey shit. I think it was like that more in like the mid '90s, late '90s. There was like a competition, and it was like who could outshine people. But you know, I feel in my eyes, it's like, you know, you do. I personally do music because I love it. If people fuck with it, cool. If not, that's okay too. You know, keep it moving. And you know, I'm a firm believer. If you know, if you're not enjoying what you're doing and you don't love to do it, then why do it? You know what I mean? Like I do it because I love to do it. Like it makes me happy. I like performing. I like writing to beats. I like going to the studio, the process. I like you know, pulling all the samples out, and then, you know, making my own merch, you know, making stickers, and just, you know, talking to people, and that, I'm a people person, so, you know, for me it's more of a love thing, you know, like I could be a millionaire, but if I wasn't able to do this, I don't think I would be as happy, you know.
Yeah, that's well put. I agree with you on that. With that being said, what does Wes Nihil do when Wes Nihil ain't doing hip hop? What are you, some hobbies or some stuff that people might not know about that you do outside of the music?
I also tattoo on the side. You know, I've been tattooing for a long time. That's just like that's another art form thing. You know, it's not even like you know, I got pretty nasty. I was working at a shop for a while, but you know, aside from doing music, man, you know, hobby-wise, I like to travel. You know, get outside the box and go to different cities, different places, and just create art. I'm an artist at heart. I love cooking. I feel like cooking's an art form. I'm supposed to do a YouTube channel called Uncle Wes the Hardcore Chef, where we bring in like different hardcore dudes and rappers, and they come in, and it's like, kind of like a comical thing. But that's about it, man. And I like creating, man. That's when I'm not creating, I'm creating. To be honest with you, I'm always working on something.
Nah, I hear that. I gotta get more on my fucking my cooking shit too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro.
that fast food shit.
I like cooking for people too. Like, I don't know. It's like a thing for me. Like, it's just in my blood or something. Ever since a kid, I was cooking. So it's like, I like barbecuing too, and I love cookouts. But I just like chopping it up and just making stuff, because it's like an art form, bro. It's like making music. It's like you're creating something. You're creating something for somebody else. I like cooking for people. Shout out to Gutter Christ. He says create some singles strip club, bro. We was joking around, but kind of serious. Me, Gutter, and my girl. We went to the strip club last Tuesday, and I was joking with Gutter. I was like, it's like I'm like stripper catnip, with all the head tattoos. And then I was joking around, I was gonna put out a whole EP, like the strip club shaman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you go in the strip club and like, sweetheart, you got good energy. Like, I see some darkness inside of you. Like, there's some evil, and it's just like funny. Like, they're like, why? I'm evil? Like, nah, like not like that. But you just gotta be careful where you're walking.
I feel that. The back pedal real quick. So what's one of your favorite dishes to make?
Oh, favorite dishes. I like cooking all different types of things. I like challenges. I like making eggplant parm. I'm a good eggplant parm chefing it up type of guy, because there's like a whole process to that. You gotta, like, a lot of people don't know, you gotta soak the eggplant after you cut it in salted water, because it has like has something in it that it's like a oil inside the eggplant, so you have to drain it like twice, and it brings the bitterness out of the eggplant. I like cooking like carne asada, like authentic Mexican style stuff. I make a really good Mexican spinach dip that everybody bugs out on every time I make it. They're like, this is amazing. But I like cooking everything, man. I cook a lot of pastas too, like bolognese sauces and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I think I'd ask that. Me, I can cook like 3 dishes, and you know what I'm saying, my best friend's the microwave. So
in a pinch, man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I go to my safe zones. I cook up some eggs and some mac and cheese. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love eggs.
I got word. So what was I gonna say? So, you know what I mean? While I got you and shit, I wanted to hit you with some, you know what I mean, some trivia. You know what I mean? See where you stand with certain things, which you choose, which you don't. You know what I mean? Because I know you tired. I was gonna ask you to freestyle because I want to hear some more fire, but I know you tired, bro. So we'll come back to that another time and shit. But yeah. So let's set this shit off, man. Have a little fun with this shit. So who do you prefer, Biggie or Tupac?
You broke up one more time.
Who do you prefer, Biggie or Tupac?
Oh, you're glitching. My bad. You said Biggie or Tupac, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say like the Biggie Ready to Die album was one of my go-tos when I was growing up. Tupac is very he's got a special place in my heart too. Tupac's a huge inspiration, so I don't want to like pick, but if I was to pick, I'm probably more of a Tupac type of guy, to be honest with you. But Biggie Ready to Die is one of the most amazing albums in my eyes of all time.
So if you had to put both artists together, which 2 albums you think would go head to head out of Tupac and Biggie's?
The album that I prefer, one of my favorite ones is the greatest hits, the double disc that had like all the classic joints, but it wasn't the Machiavelli. It was more like just a mixture of his old and new. But then, you know, like Thug's Mansion is one of my favorite joints too. That's like, you know what I mean. But I would say like the greatest hits, the double single, and then the Biggie Ready to Die, because that one album is very powerful. Like it's almost like a double single, but a double CD, but it's not, you know.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Which do you like more? You like CDs or vinyls?
I like both. I'm a big I'm old school, man. I'm 37 years old, so I have like a CD player in my car still. I have a whole bundle of the CDs, you know what I mean? But I do like vinyl. I got a vinyl collection. I got some old school hip hop. I got Two Live Crew. I got Ghetto Boys. I got I got quite a collection of some hip hop vinyl. But I would say vinyl. Just the sound, the graininess of it, you know. And you gotta get up and physically flip the record, you know. It forces you to not be lazy.
Your word. I like that answer. Good. That's a good answer. You know what I'm saying? I noticed cassettes that came back too, though, because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people was really getting into the cassettes. Them shits, yeah. So I figured I'd ask that, because, you know what I'm saying, depending on your age, kind of, you know what I mean, you have a different like perception of what will be the best and what you actually like, because, you know what I mean, like you said, a lot of these cars don't have CD players. So, you know what I mean, you really don't get the full, like, enjoyment of a CD. But vinyl has that grit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, you can hear how it is. Like, it's dope. But, like, I figured I'd ask that shit, because, like, man, I wish my car had a fucking CD player.
We just put out, shout outs to Death Farm Records out of Belgium. They put out Wicked Life of Crime on cassette tape, which is pretty dope. Recently, and I just held on to. I maybe sold 2 or 3 of them, but I held on to them, and they sold off their half of the bundle, because I was like, I'm gonna just hold on to these because they're gonna be worth something at some point. And I love cassette tapes too, man. When I was a kid, I had the Walkman. I used to have I had like Naughty by Nature, Genius Jizzle Liquid Swords was one of my top favorite albums, hip hop albums of all time. I had that on cassette tape. I used to listen to that hundreds of times till the thing exploded, and then I had to buy another one, and then it came out, and then I got it on CD. You know, we had when it was back in Newark, I remember we went to Salvation Army, and I got this Ghetto Boys cassette tape, and I got it for like $1. It was like used cassette tape in the cassette tape section, and we played that thing every day. We used to just like sit out the window and just people watch, like in the hood, and just, you know, my mom's playing tricks on me, and that whole album is dope.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shit, I just had some shit. I had some shit I was gonna say too, cause like cause about the cassette tapes and all that. Anyway, I if I think about it, I'll come back to it. But yeah, okay. So what's when you listen to another artist, what do you look for more of? Do you look for the punchlines, or do you look for the flow of the artist? Like, what grasps you?
To be honest with you, overall, generally overall as an artist, when I listen to artists, I do listen to the metaphors and the punchlines. I say a lot more to do with the flow and how they execute the vocals on the beat. I like to say I look for unique styles a lot, because a lot of people sound like a lot of people, and you know, I think hip hop nowadays, a lot of the newer stuff is, you know, and I don't hate on any of it. It is what it is, like, you know, because I don't want to be the old guy that's like, you know, whatever. But you know, a lot of people sound like each other now. It's the same thing. They're talking about the same thing, rapping the same way. Or they're trying to sound like the other guy that's famous, and like, I think that's just kind of corny, you know. Like, if you have your own style and you're your own person, it's more original, and I respect that more as an artist.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I mean, it's a good thing you my age, because you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes having conversations with people that are younger than me, it's like it's like a whole nother like conversation. Sometimes, like you know what I'm saying, because it's like you'd be like, "Oh, you remember when we used to be blasting the Walkman?" They'd be like, "What the hell's a Walkman?" I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, all right." So I don't know if we can have that conversation, but you know what I'm saying. So it's good you at my age. You can appreciate the shit. So I'm glad that that's there.
100%.
Fucking what was I gonna say? Also, to extend that same question, actually, when you listen to an artist, do you listen to the beat first? Like, does the beat set you off, or do you just listen to the track in general?
The beat definitely captivates me first. Definitely the beat has everything to do. The beat's like the beat's like the bloodline of the heart of the music, and then I'll peep the artist and their style and how they execute the beat a lot, because you could have a beat that's semi trash or even like subpar, and then an artist will come and do amazing things on it and turn that beat into something awesome.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. So let me ask you this question. Do you prefer punch-ins, or do you prefer doing everything in one shot?
Depending upon what it is. I just did a joint with shout outs to Don Chigro. He's my number one producer, recording engineer from All the Smoke Studios. I just did a song with him and my homie Rich Luciano, where we're gonna do a single song for. But I was rapping double time, so I would do like 4, 6, 4, and then come back and then add the ad libs. But usually, most of the time, I hit it in one shot, because I feel like as an artist, you want to be able to perform that song live. So you want to in the same context, you want to be able. You don't want to do anything that you can't not do live. So when you're doing punches and I feel like I mean, as far as a recording process, I do a lot of punches, but most of the time I just record it straight through and then go back and do side takes and whatnot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because when you record like straight like one shot, there's definitely a lot more emotion behind it than like when you have to chop it off and then step back in to that same emotion. You know what I'm saying? So I figured I'd ask that from one artist to another artist, because you never know. You know what I mean? Some people like punches because obviously it's a little easier on the flow, or whatever you want to call it, or you know what I'm saying, the breath, the breathtaking and shit. But then other times it messes up the emotion, it messes up the direction you were trying to go in originally when you first wrote it down, or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying?
Performing it live. I have shout outs to Sol Zales. He made a beat for me that was it was my idea with this as an old school punk rock artist, and it's kind of like a double fast thing. But like I when I rap that, it's like I do it live all the time, so I did that both in one take. And he's like, we can punch you in. I'm like, no, just do one take, because it's like bust back for the trust that I want to rush back up trap and stuff, you know what I mean, like that, and I just spit it straight through like all 16, and then it goes right into the hook, and it's like, and it's the same hypey type of vibe. So it's like, you rap that whole way through, you get a couple breaths in there, you gotta have, like, almost be in shape to spit shit like that,
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing it live in front of a crowd and shit. Yeah. You want to have that same momentum.
Sometimes I don't rap over my shit. A lot of people rap over the beat, over their own beat, over their own like full song, and like that's okay. Like whatever people do as an artist, no disrespect towards anybody. That's what they do. But I can't rap over my own voice. I have to. I almost do it like I'm singing like with the hardcore shit, like with the band. It's like I'm so used to that, and so I'll have like strong words in there, and I have like a light hook layered in, like they call them TV tracks, and you know how it is. It's just a rap over the thing, and I have my little strong words popped in. You know, shouts to Prime Prolific.
Yeah, Prime, peace. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. So I'm glad you said that, because yo, like, what's your thoughts on this whole rapping over your own vocal shit?
What's that? One more time.
What's your thoughts on rapping over your own vocals live on stage? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I'd say if people don't know their song and they're not as confident, you know, it's that, you know, it's not bad. It's not a horrible thing to do. You know, I've done it in a pinch before, but me personally, like, it fucks me up, like, rapping over my own. Like, I have to, you know what I mean? Like, you miss a word or something, like, you know, like, it's like you're lip syncing. You know what I mean? Like, I like to do it, rock to it organically.
I feel you. Yo, if you had an opportunity to work with a pop artist, would you take that opportunity to have them on one of your tracks?
Yeah, depending upon who it is, I would do that. You know, like, talking like a Miley Cyrus type of person or something like that.
Yeah, or Taylor Swift or something. You know what I mean? The Weekend, like West Nile Weekend, we can get a joint like that.
I would do it under like one, like under the certainty that I could do what I want. Like, I would definitely, like, turn it out. Like, I would make it, like, not raunchy, but I would want it to be, like, almost offensive. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to do that, you know, the video, like hyper sexual, wild, crazy shit or something. You know, like, I would do it to be like on some shock value shit. You know, like, that's why I would do it. But I don't hate on any of the pop artists. I don't like, you know, like, you know, like, I don't personally listen to them, but, you know, it's cool. You know, I respect all musicians in general. You know.
I feel you. I don't know if Justin Timberlake can hang with you though, bro. You know what I mean? If y'all was just doing a music video together, I don't know if he'd be able to handle you, bro. Like,
I'm sure he's seen some crazy shit, but I think I'll be a little too much for him. 100%. He would definitely be like, yo, this fine. When we record
yes,
a lot. It's a lot. Like, a lot of people will be around, and it'll be like, you can see, like, they're exhausted, because I write and direct a lot of my videos, and people, like, it's a little too much for them at times. They're like, because I move fast and I think fast, and you know, like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna shoot that now, we're gonna go here, but it's usually we shoot it all in one day. You know, everything in one day.
No doubt. Yeah, I was gonna say that would be interesting. You know what I mean? West Nile featuring Weekend and shit. But like I said, man, your lifestyle, I don't know.
That would be funny.
What? I got two more questions for you though. Which can you go a year without, streaming or watching TV?
To be honest with you, I don't watch much TV. I do watch TV, but I have, like, ADD, so, like, I watch, like, a half an episode or something and then get up and be walking around. So I could probably go, and streaming too. I listen. I'm old, bro. Like, I listen to most of my music on YouTube. Like, I don't even really open Spotify, to be honest with you. On my phone, like, that sounds completely insane, but I have, like, if you saw my YouTube playlist, you bug out. Like, Rick James, like, some jazz shit, some old school hip hop, some punk rock. Like, it's like it looks like a crazy person's brain. You know what I mean? But I like different types of music. You know, like, I'll throw some Talking Heads in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff that makes my brain happy. But I could go without both for you. I think most people, it would be beneficial and healthy for them to even, like, you know, and not to sidetrack, but the apps and the IGs. I think a lot of it takes away from a person's creativity, and it makes us think too much what other people think. It's like, it doesn't fucking matter what people think. If you're doing what you love to do and you're making dope music, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks, as long as you like it. You know, it's cool if other people like it. If you like it. That's what like it's like. You know, they say that like, do you like it? Like, you know, like when you put a shirt on and you're at like the tailor or something. It's like, what do you think? It's like, I don't know, but do you like it? If you like it, wear it. You know.
I mean, you gotta be comfortable in your own skin, first off. Second off, anything that comes after you being happy, it's an added perk. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, you have to be happy in order to enjoy whatever blessing comes after that. I mean, that's just how it's supposed to be. So
I agree with you.
Word. I'll ask you this. What's one of your favorite movies?
Oh man, that's a very crazy question. I have a lot of favorite movies. One of my favorite movies. All right, you want to hear something crazy? One of my favorite movies of all time, and it's just like this is like the first thing that comes to my mind. So it's like they said a question where you're like, the first thing that comes to your mind, Cable Guy, with Jim Carrey is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
that was so before its time. Like he predicted the whole like you could play Mortal Kombat with a friend in Vietnam. Like that happened. Like people, you know, started playing online internet, you know, with people in different countries. But that movie is actually, it's funny you just said the TV question, that goes back to like, you know, the television thing and the you know, that was like a prime time. I think it's just a hysterical movie, but that's probably one of my favorite movies. I have a lot of favorite movies. I'm not just like just singling that out, but that's the first thing I thought of, just because it's like it makes me happy, you know.
Yo, any Jim Carrey movies, man. Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler. Like, if I have the shittiest day of all time, if I throw on any of their movies, I'm straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't matter what's going on in my life.
It's just good comedy. 100%.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, it's funny you say that, though, because, yeah, they're definitely one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies, next to, like, I don't even know, like, fucking Ace Ventura and fucking, you know what I mean? Even The Mask, even though that was more like a kiddish one, but that shit definitely hit.
Shout out to Peter Green. We're friends with Peter Green. Danny Diablo and everybody too. We're good friends with him. They were just in a movie together.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's what's up. Yeah, I got one more for you, bro. Which do you like more, Marvel or DC?
Oh man. What does he say in the song? What is it from the Outsiders? You a DC comic, I'm a Marvel. The Black Bill Marvel. You know what I'm talking about? It's going down. DC or Marvel? DC or Marvel? I'm a big Batman type of guy. I can't really differentiate too much. I can't pick because I like so many different genres. But I mean, I don't want to pick that. I don't want to go with. I'm gonna do a draw on that question because I'm a comic book fan from back when I was a kid. So I do like a lot of both of the characters. So I wouldn't want to like face them against each other. You know what I mean? I do love X-Men though. X-Men like Wolverine, like the 90s cartoons are fucking dope.
Yeah, I will say that you're the first person to say that where you couldn't make a decision. The first person to say that. So yeah, that's a first, man. That's the first. Cause I mean, we had different people saying different things, DC and Marvel. You know what I mean? But yeah, I figured I'd ask you, man, because I mean, I'm pretty sure you appreciate both, which you obviously do, because you did say that. So
yeah,
it's good to know. Now, which do you think has a better movie though? Like straight from the comics and from the old school cartoon throwbacks, based on the more recent movies, which do you think has better movies, Marvel or DC?
I think DC has been coming out with some definitely groundbreaking films. The Marvel has too, but the DC is definitely it's in the I think they're spending is a higher budget or something. They're spending more money on a lot of their films, so they're killing it right now. So I would give it to DC on that question.
No doubt. You gonna go see the Flash joint?
Yeah, I got a bunch of movies that I've been wanting to see. I just I've been so busy lately, man. You know, I've been so busy with everything.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what I'm saying? We all want to hear some new music and shit, but you gotta take that time inside too, man. You know what I mean? Enjoy life.
I have to, bro. It's you know, it's on my days off, I'm still grinding. You know, this is like I went straight from the job, straight to the photo shoot, straight to the hotel, straight to the interview.
Yeah, nah, I feel you, man. But like you said, man, we older but not in that bracket yet. But you know what I'm saying? That just we gotta enjoy shit a little more now too. You know what I'm saying? The older you get, like I already feel like a 50-year-old man with fucking arthritis, and I'm only 38. I'm only 1 year older than you. So like that shit ain't good. You know what I mean?
Oh, I feel it too, man. I feel it too. I've been working since I was a kid. You know, you gotta enjoy life a little bit. You know, and try to space it out. You know, it's like not the whole like to sound like you know, cliche, like, you know, like live every day like it's your last, but I'm a firm believer of just enjoying life. You know what I mean? Like you can't take the money with you. You can't, you know, why you work so hard in life to do what? To fucking be miserable and be angry at the world. Like no one likes somebody that's angry and miserable all the time. You know what I mean? There's not somebody, no one wants to be around that, you know. And it's like, if you are miserable, it's like, make a change, you know, like change your shit up, you know, like make something happen, and maybe you could find happiness through that.
Very much. Like this man prime prolific. He don't move furniture. My job is moving furniture. I can't work around that shit. Yo, man.
Moving furniture song a while back that we were just at the studio that we chopped up. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's crazy though. He said, "Don't move furniture." I work for FedEx. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I'm moving couches and motherfucking poles and shit.
That's the reality of life, bro. We all gotta work to, you know. It's like people pretend like it's a rock star shit. It's like I have respect for everybody that works and grinds. You know, you gotta pay the bills and make it happen. You know, like everybody doesn't just wake up and they're a Nas or wake up and they're this famous person. You know, like everybody has a backstory. Everybody grinded hard to get to where they're at. And I feel like, honestly, the people that grind harder, that work harder, it shows character in their music too, because you hear like some sort of pain and some sort of you know, like realness, because you're not just like, you know, some bum, you know what I mean? Like, I never had handouts. I've been working since I was a little kid, you know, like I come from a wealthy family, nothing like that. Like I had to earn all my shit. My pop's like, yo, you want that? You gotta work. Like, you know, like, you know, no one ever gave me anything, you know what I mean? Like, so I had to, ever since a little kid, I've been working, you know? So it's like, I don't mind it, man. You know, it's a character builder.
Yeah, facts. I got my kids working. They're like, we want to quit today. I'm like, nah, that's not how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You got to stick it out, do what you can, and you know what I mean? At least put in 2 years. If that shit is still trash, you know what I mean? Find something better.
You can't give up, you know? It's like, you know, it's like too many people just want to give up when shit goes wrong. It's like, like they put their hands up, like I'm done. I don't want to. It's like, man, you gotta pull through, and then, like, who knows? It could get better, you know. Like it gets easier. It gets easier along the way, you know.
Very much. My motto was always go to work and work. You know what I mean? I was never one for like, let me make friends and let me kiss ass and let me, I don't do none of that shit. It was always just go there and make a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Everything else that comes along is a blessing. So pretty much. Yeah. I think that's the problem with this shit nowadays though, bro. See, because all these kids are so soft and shit. They'll go to work and this guy don't want to be my friend at work, so I'm quitting. And it's like, you know what I mean? I be seeing that type of shit, and that shit is stupid. Like, that shit is mad dumb, man. Like,
it's like when you
go there and make money. Who gives a fuck?
Broke, you don't have nothing to eat, and then it's different, and you got no place to sleep, and you can't pay your rent, and you gotta go to work. You don't have a choice. Like, you're depressed, you're stressed, you got anxiety, you have whatever it is. Like, I didn't have a choice I don't have a choice. I had to go to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's either that or street shit. You know, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to see life outside the box. I'm not trying to be trapped, locked down, making some quick money. You know, that was never my come up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody gets caught in shit and through their life, and it's like devil waves that little like, oh, you could have this like that. It's easy. It's so fast, and it's like that fast comes with a lot of fucked up shit. So it's like, you know, you make the right choices and do the right things and bust your ass and then pull through. It's like, I believe, you know, God blesses you. It's like, yo, like you earn that. Like, I'm gonna hook you up with this. You know, it's like good karma, bro. It's the reality of the world. You know, you can't argue any of that with as far as just hard work ethic, and that goes with everything, because that transitions to the studio, that transitions to the next stage of whatever you're doing. So it's like you take that, and then, you know, it's a character builder. It's also like, you know, it's helpful in life. It's a helpful tool in life to make you a more positive, better person. You know, my pops would say to me, like, oh, you don't feel good, you're sick, why don't you go to work, you'll feel better. And like, I would go to work a lot of times and I'll be better. I would, you know, sometimes when I was sick, I was like, you know, I'd be more sick and I'd be fucked up. But, you know, he's been doing that.
Yeah. Nah, I agree with that. I mean, it's the same with being home. If you're home all the time, it's like you're destroying yourself slowly but surely. Because I mean, it's one thing to have your you know what I mean? It's one thing to have your alone time and shit, but you know what I mean? A lot of people nowadays is just like, that's all they know. They're social distancing themselves because they want to be online and shit, talking to people all the time instead of being out and about, instead of being, you know what I mean, doing real life things. So, you know what I mean? Cause we grew up riding bikes outside, playing in the park, playing basketball. This newer generation is just video games, fucking Snapchat, and whatever the fuck else is out there. So,
it's
you know what I mean?
You become a slave to the devices, whereas you're like, instead of like walking out and communicating, people, like razor blade hand grenade blew up, I handed out thousands of CDs, and that's how it happened. And then it was the MySpace music at the time, and then there was kids that were like at parties listening to, and there was like maybe like 800, 900 kids that would show up to a razor blade show in Manhattan, and we're from Jersey, so that was like, oh shit, like, we're actually doing something. It was like a cult following, but it was the fact of going out and talking to that person, and you see the person on the street, oh, that guy, I know that guy, blah 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 blah, you know, and then that's how it all moves, man.
Exactly. That's why I said, like, at the same time too, like, it's all about parenting. You know what I'm saying? I get my kids out the house and make sure they doing what they're supposed to do, but you just let your kids be in the room by themselves all the time playing video games. Exactly, who's that helping? It ain't helping them. You know what I'm saying? I go knock on my kid's door, man. Nah, get your ass out the house, man. Go do something. You ain't gonna be in there fucking 8 to 10, 12 hours on the games and social media and shit, bro.
No life building things on video games. Video games are fun. Like, when I was a kid, it was different. Like, we played video games when the sun went down, and like, you know, like after we rode bikes and we're building ramps and doing crazy shit, you know, like, you know, it's like, that was after, it was like Nintendo, you know, like, we're talking like old school shit. Like, you know, like I was on the peak of, I had Nintendo when I was a kid. Like, you know, that was like the shit, you know. We played a lot of Nintendo, but like, I don't think it was so much like lock yourself inside the house and not go nowhere, you know what I mean?
Very much. That's because we worked for our shit. You know what I mean? We worked hard for our shit. We worked for any type of freedom we had, but the freedom now is just given away. So that's why everybody's either home, they're trying to make some easy money, and they ain't, like you said, they ain't building their character. You know what I'm saying? You could tell someone that was struggling their whole entire life from someone that just has been sheltered. You know what I'm saying? You can tell it straight up and down just by the way they talk, the way they handle themselves in everyday situations, and the way they floss their money. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these kids spending $200-$300 on a pair of Jordans, but won't buy a Wes Nihil CD. Like, you know what I mean? That shit ain't.
It's true, man. It's very true. It's very true, bro. It's sad because, you know, and you know, not to get back and like divert, but it's, you know, people they idolize humans when it's like that's evil in a sense. You're idolizing brands and idolizing that. Like I could wear a fucking $60 pair of Cortez and a $20 shirt and a pair of tan Dickies and pull that shit off like a fucking millionaire. You know what I mean? Like I don't, you know, I'm not like flossy like that. Like I buy from the pimp store in Newark. You know, like they're not super expensive, flashy. Like some of the shit costs a little bit of money, but you know, I don't really support a lot of like you know, bigger corporations and things of that nature. You know, I try to support a lot of independent stuff, but yeah, you know, everybody wants to look the part to be like the guy that's on TV, and it's like the guy on TV ain't even happy with himself. Why do you want to be like the guy on TV?
Yo, facts. Facts. Definitely right about that. You know what I mean? That's all smoke and mirrors and shit. That shit ain't real.
No, 100%.
Straight up. Alright, man. Like I said, you a smart dude, man. You a good dude. So, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad we got cats like you in the game. You know what I mean? To help shed light on the positivity and not the negativity.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout outs to all the homies. I got mad people on here from the West Coast. There's so many on here. Shout outs to all the homies from the West Coast, the East Coast. Shout outs to all the fans, all the hip hop heads, all the hardcore punk rock heads, man. You know, that's why I do this music thing, man, for you guys, because you know people fuck with it, and it's like you said, bro. When you're doing good shit and you're actually interacting with people and you're making music, and you know that's when you see it happening. Like, you know, like it's not an overnight thing. It takes years to get to levels that we're at, and where people genuinely fuck with you as a person. You know, it's like, because we take the time to like grind out, hustle. Like I was like 4 minutes in the hotel. I swear to God, like 2 minutes ago, I was in the hotel lobby. I'm like, yo, I got an interview to do in 5 minutes. She's like, we'll check you in right away, sir. I got you right now. Like I pulled up with the car, like, let's go. I gotta go. We gotta do this.
Yo, I appreciate that shit. Yeah, because when you were saying that shit, I like, give him 5 minutes. I was like, I give him like 10, you know? I give him like, you know what I mean? Whatever. Because I know what it's like. I walk through the door at like 6:20, 6:30. I'm like, damn, I got 30 minutes there. I wash my face because I was all dirty and shit from the trucks and shit. Yeah, I'm like, yo, let me get myself situated.
And then it's go time. 100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I say. Like, they be thinking like cats like us just be staying home all fucking day making money. That's not how this shit go, man. We got jobs. We you know what I mean? We do our thing, yo. So, like, yeah, that's mad respect for you, man.
Much respect to you too, bro.
All right, but yo, we gonna wrap this up because I'm pretty sure you want to catch your rest in, since you know what I'm saying, you just dashed in the hotel and shit. But yeah,
I slept like 4 hours in the last 2 days. My girl was driving down here. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive." I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna drive." I was like, and I just kept waking up like, I was being like angry for no reason. I was like, because you know, just when you don't sleep and you're hustling, you're working, and then you're going from one thing to the other. It's like, it happens though, man. You still gotta make it happen. You know, like those are the people that get ahead. The people that grind harder and move faster. You know, it's like that. It's not all about like the more. It's not all about. I feel like people are like, I gotta make big moves. I gotta do big things. It's about small increments, a lot of small things, like little pieces of sand make a beach. It's about small shit adding up, you know, like over time. You know, it's like nothing happens overnight. You know, you gotta hustle, you gotta stay humble, stay grounded, and just keep in tune with yourself, and then keep real with yourself, and then fuck everything else, man. Like nothing else really matters, you know. It's like I said, man, as long as you're happy and you're doing what you love, then do it. Keep doing it. Don't stop, you know?
Facts. Definitely. But yo, so yeah, so when you drop more projects, bro, and you want, man, you welcome to come on whenever you want, bro. You know what I'm saying? You family, you already know, so you know what I mean? Whenever you got some free time, you want to just hop in, man. We just shoot the shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really appreciate you, brother. Much love and respect.
No doubt. But yo, I'm gonna drop this on YouTube probably maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I gotta see, cause I gotta do some editing shit. But yeah, yo, once again, I appreciate you, bro, and I'm gonna hit you up after.
Definitely. Much love and respect. I appreciate you having me on, fam. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, brother. Be safe. Peace.
Much love and respect.
Yeah, that's the homie Wes Nihil, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to check him out on Spotify, you know what I'm saying, YouTube. Make sure to follow him. You know what I'm saying? He got some dope shit, man. So make sure you check him out and shit. Check out the new YouTube page. Once again, like I said, the old page, I'm not really running this shit. So work with the new YouTube page. Shout out to the sponsors once again. You know what I mean? Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, Elise Out International, Blazing Up Radio, Vital Frontier, Smile of the Ghetto Child, Usual Suspect and shit. I hope y'all all have a great week. You know what I mean? Stay blessed, stay positive. Don't let shit get you down. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like your life is, you know what I mean? You feel like you're hitting rock bottom, man, inbox me, man. I'll talk you out that shit real quick. Trust me. I'm not trying to lose no more friends, man. R.I.P. Big Bob. You know what I mean? R.I.P. everybody we've lost over these last couple of years. But yo, we gotta do better, man. Gotta do better for everybody. You know what I mean? Be there for each other, man. Money ain't shit. You know what I mean? Hold each other down. Straight up and down. R.I.P. Big Bob, man. You will be missed. Peace and blessings. I'll check y'all next week.